What's happening, everybody? I'm in one of the most beautiful places in Africa. No doubt about it. Look at that. Amazing, isn't it? Very, very nice. I'm actually working on a documentary. I just had to do it because it's so beautiful. And I'm gonna share it with you. Okay, because I want you to see what Africa has to offer and many other places in the world. Look at that. Okay, so we're gonna go sit outside. All right, so unfortunately we have some negative news, which I still have to share with you, in spite of the beauty that we see here. Really lovely place. Namibian President Geingob has gone back to the father. So I think that's the word we're gonna use. Very, very sad situation. Good man, and I think we've spoken about Namibia a few times here in this channel, and I thought it was necessary that we talk about him. This is a man that was very strong in his stance, a man that respected himself and did whatever he could to make his people, African people and Namibian people, be respected in the world. Mr. Geingob, for those who don't know, we're just gonna talk about something very specific he did. There was a moment where German diplomats came to Namibia, and he made a comment along the lines that, why are there too many Chinese in a country? See, I'm coming here as a German person.
Whereas in Namibia, for example, the number of Chinese people living here in the meantime is 4 times as much as, for example, the German community. And so far, it's not precisely the same what takes place all over the world. There are differences. And what I'm
Mr. Speaker, yeah. What is your problem with that? Why does it become your problem? It looks like it's a more European problem than our problem.
Yeah.
You are so sorry for us. I don't see Chinese will never come and play around here. As Germans not allowed to do that, which Germans are doing, by the way. You talk about Chinese. We allow Germans to come offer visas here. Red carpet. Our people are harassed in Germany. Even diplomatic passport holders in Germany. And you come in here, Germans come in here as they want. So why Chinese talk about Germans? How you are treating us there? Chinese don't treat us like that.
Let me just remind you, Germany is part of the countries that colonized Africa. Germany colonized Namibia, and they did some of the most horrendous things ever to the people of Namibia. Okay, and people don't talk about that. Okay, people talk about what they did to the Jewish in Germany. People talk about that. People don't talk about what Germany did to Namibian people. Horrendous. And so this diplomat says something along the lines of, why are there so many Chinese people in Namibia right now? Why? And Mr. Geingob had this to say. He put him back in his space. So basically what he said was very simple. You can see what's happening in Germany when my people come to you, when our diplomats come to Germany, the way they are treated, it's with no respect. You cannot come to my country and try to tell me what to do and how to live in my country. So the bottom line is this, fellas. When you are diplomat, you get a diplomatic passport. And with a diplomatic passport, you are immune to anything in a foreign country. Basically, they cannot take you into accountability for nothing. You cannot go to justice because of the immunity you have as a diplomat. So basically, as a diplomat, they cannot be asking you for your papers, trying to search you. They don't do that as per international convention. But unfortunately, Namibian leaders, and I'm talking about diplomats that went to Germany, were treated in the most disrespectful way possible. They were called to the side. They asked them to show their papers. They still blocked them to the airport. They were blocked at the airport for many, many hours. You can never do that with diplomats. That is definitely something Germany will never do to a French diplomat. They will never do to an American diplomat. They will never do to a Canadian diplomat. They will never do to a Russian diplomat. But they did that to the Namibian diplomats because of what? Because of their skin colors. So as much as we try not to evolve that rhetoric, that's the reality. They were mistreated because of the skin color. And this president was very strong. He said, don't come in my country and tell me what to do. This is my country. You cannot tell me how to live. The bottom line is we don't get oppressed in China. We don't get pressured in China like we do in Germany. How do you treat our people in Germany? For you to come here today and tell me why there's so many Chinese. Is this your country? This is not your country. This is our country, an African country. This is a man that needs to be celebrated. And I think it's very important. 82 years old, we can only thank God for his life. Because he showed the way, as much as he's not a perfect human being, he has shown the way to many people on how to be strong. Again, when South Africa decided to go to the United Nations and lay a complaint against Israel, trying to protect the Palestinian people, the innocent people of Gaza, South Africa got no support from African nations. No African nation supported South Africa. Muslim nations were not even there. Islamic nations were not even there to support Palestinians. The Namibian president was the only African country to come forward and say, we are supporting South Africa. Kenya was supporting Israel. The president of the Congo, DRC, one of the saddest countries in the world right now. Saddest country in the world. And people are just distracted with music. This is a country that got so much gold, diamond, resources, uranium, everything you need to create cell phones, to create helicopters, to create missiles, to create satellites. You need everything for technology. It is in the Congo, DRC. But DRC is one of the poorest countries in the world, if not the poorest, because of the people are living in the most saddest position ever. And there aren't people to fight. There aren't people to stand up to all the responsible people accountable for the things that they're doing, the looting they're doing, the stealing they're doing from the country. Unbelievable. But in this case, we're going to talk about DRC next time. We are celebrating the life of this president who has done so much. He's shown the way to many people. He's been strong. He's not been afraid. I know many people were afraid to support South Africa because they know the other side are probably the strongest people, the strongest nations in the world. But in the name of the personal beliefs, in the name of Africa, Africanhood, Namibia, through its president, stood strong and supported South Africa. That's why I believe today it's a day of celebration for his life, for who he was, for the strong person he was, never afraid to speak his mind, never afraid to tell the truth. And these are the type of Africans Africa needs today. And I think it's crucial that wherever he goes, may the vibrations of his life, the positivity that he brought, forever push us down to Africa, to the new direction. An Africa where people are strong enough to stand their ground. An Africa where people are strong enough to speak their mind. God bless.